Hello YouTube, it's your girl Keisha Online, and I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. Traffic and chat people, get in, and ride with me, my friend. I said get in, and ride with me, my friend. So as you all know, I get off of work at 7 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes the sky is light, and sometimes it's still a little dark out here. So today is one of those days where it's still a little dark out here. But y'all, it's 70 degrees out here already. Like, I'm literally riding home in a t-shirt. I seen my coworker come in with a whole coat on. I said, wait a minute, it's 70 degrees out there. I'm feeling like I don't need this. She said, you don't. But yeah, it feels real good out here. I'm assuming the temperature, of course, gonna go up. So yeah, it was nice yesterday too. My daughter, when I picked her up from work yesterday, she was like, Florida's bipolar weather. Florida does have bipolar weather this time of year, but we'll probably have like 2 more cold days, like in January. 2 more like really cold days, but it's not that many cold days here in Jacksonville, but it's enough. But the thing is, when the temperature go to about I think the lowest it went was 40, maybe 30. We be freezing. It'd be like teeth chattering, freezing. And it'd be funny to see people covering their trees and their, you know, the green thumbers covering up their plants and things like that. And I'll be thinking, honey, it's not even that cold out there. Like, I'm from PA, where like it get below 0. Like, anybody from Pennsylvania or up where it's like really cold, we have done the test where you bring the water outside, the hot water outside, and you throw it and it instantly just turn to frost. Like, that's where I'm from. Sorry y'all, I'm trying to get across this this busy street. And in Jacksonville, they will hit you. They will hit you with Jacksonville is the 3rd worst city in the United States for vehicular accidents. So that tell you. The funny thing is people turn on their turn signal and then get over. They think, hey, my turn signal on, I'm coming over. It's not no let me check to see if I have enough space. It's no, I'm getting over, my turn signal is on. Scary, ain't it? Yeah. But yeah, I keep on hearing a lot of stuff about Steve Harvey. I'm so sick of hearing about Steve Harvey and Lori Harvey. Like, it's just starting to be sickness. He need to send his daughter down south. You remember back in the day when we would get in, like, our people would get into some trouble and they would put your butt on a train and send your butt down south for a couple of years or for a little while. Somebody get pregnant, they send them to Aunt Rose's house down south. That's really my aunt name. Send them to Aunt Rose's house down south, you know, until they have the baby, and then bring the baby back and say it's her sister or something like that. But they really need to sit that girl down and let her know her worth, because I don't think she know her worth. She does not know her worth. She think the only thing she is good for is, you know, being connected to different men, and at this young age, it's just not good. It's just not good. Yeah. And then as far as Steve Harvey, I seen where Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry, said that Steve Harvey allegedly stole his jokes. Now, I've seen the Kings of Comedy when they came to Philly. I seen them. Steve Harvey got booed. And the funny thing about that is a co-worker of mine, well, she was really close to the family anyway, Miss Yvonne and her husband went to see the Kings of Comedy in Jersey. The show in Jersey was before their show in Philly. So she told me that they booed Steve Harvey at the show she was at in New Jersey. And coincidentally, the next show they had that was in Philly, they booed Steve Harvey too. If anybody out there that went to see the Kings of Comedy and at the what's it called, the Wells Fargo Center or Wachovia Center, they keep on changing the name of the, you know how they changed the name of the arena to whatever popular bank is in town at the time. But if anybody went to go see the Kings of Comedy in Philly, they know that they booed Steve Harvey. He couldn't even say nothing else. But to me, Steve Harvey has never been like funny. He just back in the day used to make faces. And then I remember they started grooming him, and I remember him trying to do, like, it was a big deal for him to do a whole stand-up without cussing. Like, I'm gonna do, you know, because he always had a dirty mouth. But his thing was making them faces and letting his big lips drop. You know, like, I think the best joke he ever had, and if he ain't stole that from somebody, allegedly, was the one where he talked about domestic violence, which is a shame, but he had this joke about Mike Tyson and Robin Givens, saying that Robin Givens said that Mike Tyson punched her in the eye, and you know, her body was still intact. He said something to the effect that if Mike Tyson punched Robin Givens in the eye, her eye would have took over the interview and would have been like, I'll tell you what happened. Do anybody remember that joke Steve Harvey used to say? Like, he is not act like a lady, think like a man. He probably should have put that book on audio for his stepdaughter. Now, see, that's that other seed, man. You know, his biological kids have sense, and they out here on these streets moving with caution and moving like they are Harveys. But the little girl, Lori, and the mom played that real strategically too. I'm gonna give her his last name, you know, and he fell for it. But the child that's not his seed is the one that's going to Ray, you know, because she ain't got that in her. And everybody say what type of woman her mother is, so that's what type of person she's gonna be, you know. But I'm not gonna hate on Marjorie Harvey. She nabbed her a dumb one, and and she gonna keep them dumb. I heard a lady say when her boyfriend broke up with her and he was trying to get back with her, an older lady, she said she told that fool, when I was dumb, you should have kept me dumb. So, and as I got older, that statement really like resonated. Like, wow, that was some wisdom she dropped on me. When I was dumb, you should have kept me dumb. But I'm so excited, y'all. Jamia is about to move. Her and her kids is about to move. Oh, that's the new thing that I had, that I said we was working on some things for the new year. Listen, I know I'm gonna miss them. I know I'm gonna miss coming home, and somebody gonna absolutely baddie that I'm home. I'll probably drive to her house in the morning just to, but she'll be at work, but I'll go to her house on a regular basis just to get that feeling. Like, my granddaughter, especially Bella, she go baddie when I come in the house. It's such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. But yeah, she is moving out. I'm excited for her. I'm happy, child. Y'all know I'm happy. Yes. So it'll just be me and my son in the house. I know he excited about that, because Jamia used to go up north and she would stay up there for long periods of time when she went home, and we would be so at peace. Like, it would be so peaceful in the house. It's sad to say, but not saying I didn't miss them, but it would just be so peaceful and much more cleaner in the house with them gone. So I'm looking forward to my house not being a mess. And trust me, before she go, well, after she go, well, I wanted to do it before the new year. We have to paint my white woodwork, because for some reason my granddaughter Bella liked to write on that part of the house. Like, we constantly got awesome and mean green getting it off, but some things is like really set, so you can't, it's not like we can scrub it all the way out. It's still like a light mark on there. So yeah, she's not leaving my house like that. She will forfeit her security deposit, which is nothing. How about the apartment complex sent the letter for the landlord, which is me technically, so she gave it to me, and it was like, how much does she put towards rent? 0. How much does she pay for utilities? 0. You know, I don't charge my daughter. That's my child. I've never made her responsible for rent or bills or anything, but I do say, hey, you know, let's just say, let me tell y'all, the electric is high down here. My electric bill is always over $200, period. When I was in that the first house I was in when I came here, it used to be like $270 something, almost $300. And listen, it's just high. It's just high. And it don't have nothing to do with, I used to turn the breakers off and things like that in some house. It's in another house I had, because I've moved 3 times. since I've been here. The first house I was in, that was the first, because I didn't know anything about Jacksonville. Like, we moved here, I didn't know nobody, I didn't know nothing about Jacksonville at all. So I moved off of the Moncrief, Moncrief area. And it's said to be a bad area. It's always bad on the news, but I'm gonna tell you this: my son first hoverboard, he had that in the first house we moved in. He could ride all over. You know, we even used to cut through the graveyard at night. It was like a shortcut to get to the other side. Nobody ever bothered him. I moved to Springfield, which is supposedly, you know, the white part of town. It got big historic houses and things like that. I moved to Springfield. What happens? Somebody approaches my son with a handheld, you know, a handheld piece of metal, let's just say, if y'all, so you can follow, so I can I don't want to be too graphic, but with a handheld piece of metal, and took my son's hoverboard, just you know, and put it to his head. So I think Eileen was only like in 7th grade when that happened to him. I felt so bad. And I asked him, why didn't you come in the house? Because he said he seen the boys coming, and he just, you know, rolled down the street on the hoverboard, and they chased him. And I said, Eileen, why didn't you just come in the house? Because he rolled right past the house. My son said, because I didn't want to put y'all in danger. At that young age, such a young man. Thank God his angels was working. Then they just took the hoverboard, and that's it, and I replaced it. His dad didn't want me to replace the hoverboard, but I said because of the way it was taken from him, I had to replace it. I had to replace it. It wasn't stolen because he was negligent and left it outside of a store or out on a porch or something like that. It was taken unjustly, and for that reason, I replaced my son's hoverboard, because he was so excited when he got that thing. But yeah. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm just rambling. It's traffic and chat, people. But it's yeah, I was saying electric is high. Oh my God, how did I go all the way around the mulberry bush? But electric is high here, and I'll ask my daughter, I'll say, hey, the electric is due, give me such and such towards it, and you don't even have to put it in my hand, honey bunny. I want you to take it right down there and pay it. You know, go right on to Publix and pay my electric bill. And put on whatever I'm asking you to put on it. But yeah, I don't do that. But I'm excited for her to leave, and I hope with me not asking her. Look, the sun not even out yet. A lot of times when I'm on this road, the sun is like bombarding my video. It's like not out at all, but the sky is lightening up. But I hope I'm not setting her up for failure. I'm sure she'll do good. But do y'all think I should have been charging her rent or something? That feels so bad to say charging my child rent. You in my house. Like, you know, she'll see if we... Well, no. She don't. I don't even have to be like, well, Jamia, you see the toothpaste is getting low. Why didn't you just go buy some? Why do I have to tell you to buy some? So, I don't know if that's spoiled, and I hope I'm not setting her... I didn't set her up for failure, but I'm sure she'll do good. She'll just be slapped with the reality of reality, you know? She'll be out on her own. She'll have to pay rent. She'll have to pay those bills. And me and her father is here to help out any way we can, because that's our baby. I don't get how Todd Tucker don't allow Candy to help his child. Todd, she's spoiling you. Candy's spoiling you. And that's a shame. That is a shame. I feel that little girl's pain. I really do. I feel her pain of not being close to her dad. Can you imagine? Your dad not speaking to you? Because my mom do that to her kids. My mom, if she is mad at you, she will not speak to you. You can see her out in public. This is my mom, y'all. You can see her out in public, and she'll walk past you like a complete stranger. Do y'all know how much that hurt? Do y'all know how much that hurt? I remember she did me that way, and I seen her at Sam and Sam's meat market, and that hurt. So I can't imagine doing that to my children. I really can't. But my mom didn't have the best parenting skills for some reason. As many children as she had, her parenting skills is just like zero. So most of my parenting skills I got from my sister. And then seeing other families like in the neighborhood, and you know, that was setting a good example. And that's how I parent my children. But yeah, my mom, listen, My mom did that same thing to me. What's the little girl named Kayla? The same thing Todd do to you. That hurts. That hurts so bad. I mean, come on. I don't know if he walked past her like he don't see her or don't acknowledge her, but my mom does that to her kids, and she don't bat an eye. She don't. But yeah, I'm not bashing you, Mom. It's my story. It's my story. She got a tendency, or if you tell her something, she feel like you bringing her down or something. Now, I'm allowed to tell my story, and Ayanla Van Zandt told me that. I'm free to tell my story. It don't have nothing to do with you. It don't. If you feel bashed, then you should find a way to make it right. Stop doing it. But I don't think she can, because it was just instilled in her. You know, back in those days, if you was dark, you got treated different. I definitely got treated different as the darkie in the house, so to speak. I got treated very different. And for that reason, that's probably why I go the extra mile with my kids. Look how it's foggy as heck downtown. Can y'all see? Let me put it over there. Look at that. It's foggy. Now I'm under the bridge. You can't even, let me look at the other side. You can't even see the skyline downtown. It looked like a whole trash bag, a clear trash bag is over this bridge. That's how foggy it is. Yeah. Oh, we changed our morning routine because it was just getting too hectic and my son couldn't continue to be late for school on a regular basis. So Jamia was able to ask her job if she can now come in at 8 o'clock, which would make it easier, so my son can just go head to the bus stop like he normally do and be on time for school, and then I'll come home, which I'm doing now. I'll pick Jamia and Faith up, and I'll take and drop Jamia off at school and drop Faith off at school. Boom. Yeah. So God will work it out for you. I always tell my daughter, if God see you trying, he got to see you trying, and then he'll, you know, he'll come down and put his hand in it. But he don't just give out handouts. I don't believe God just give out handouts. And I tell my kids that he have to see some effort on your side. He got to see how bad you want it, you know. But I'm going to end this video here. I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity.